Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, and we're coming back here to the valley to explore a little bit more what we can do to help the people here transporting stuff just here on the where the two rivers here are meeting on our map. It's a very nice spot to go out and watch a few ships sail by. So yeah, I have two goals for this episode. Firstly, I want to transport the tools to Vellberg because I want Vellberg to grow quite significantly, and the way it works is you have to supply stuff. Right now we're already getting a little bit of a minus because of emissions, so emissions is actually a concept that I haven't looked into too much, but the way I understand it is basically it's kind of noise or pollution. We can see here the railway line emits it, the ships emit it, and so on, and the inner city transport also does emit it. And yeah, it's kind of not really a concept that's that relevant yet. I think maybe later it will become more relevant, but it gives us a small minus here to the resident population growth. But because we're also transporting people around here, we're actually growing a little bit. But there's only 90 people even living here in this small villages here. Wow, that's really small. So the train is actually 1/3 of the villages kind of can fit in our train. That's pretty crazy, and it actually they do want to fit in here. More or less. Okay, I guess so. But yeah, we want town to grow. So we'll transport here some tools here. I think with the regard to the, what is this, oil thing? Fuel. Yeah, with regard to fuel, I think they'll have to wait a bit. Why do you need fuel? We have a train. Like, what do you need fuel for? But yeah, what I think we will do is we'll ship it. I know. We'll not build a huge railway line all the way down here. It will be prohibitively expensive, but a ship we can definitely afford, and it will provide us a good amount of how do you call it, money. Yeah, we could put it like kind of like out here, but that's kind of so far away from the town. I feel like this is a bit more logical maybe to have it here, right? Or is there any excuse to put it somewhere else? I guess you could put it over here and then build a bridge, but that's just unnecessary. No, we'll build another harbor over here. That's acceptable, I guess. This is for delivery of the tools. So harbor placed. So now a little road needs to go up from the harbor towards the town. So we'll first go out a little bit straight here. That should be fine. And let's see if we can make a nice curve. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, more or less. That's pretty acceptable to me. So let's pull out the magic tool just to make it just a tiny bit more perfect. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm quite okay with that for now. And of course we'll have to transport it with some local transportation, which is no problem at all. So we'll have a truck stop, as it's called here. Let's see if we can place it somewhere where it doesn't do crazy stuff. So up here, right? Looks a little bit weird, but let me just see if I can, yes, work that out. Yes, that looks pretty fine. So how does it work? We have to do truck unload stops, and we have to unload it somewhere. So we can see that the tools are used in this part of town. It's kind of like, I guess, the commercial town part, and this is, I guess, the industrial part, and this is the residential. But some of the residential buildings, it seems, they would also like to have some tools, apparently. So let's see where we unload so that it actually covers all of it. Interestingly enough, it does not cover these buildings here. Where are they attached to? Like these ones on the right side here, they're white. These ones on the left here, not. But if I put it here, they're covered. So it's quite strange actually why that is. I don't quite understand it. Maybe they're just connected to this street somehow. It's very odd. There's not probably a one spot where I can cover everything, right? So I guess we'll just try to unload here on the main street, and that actually covers most of the things here. So I guess if we moved, for example, if we just unloaded things here, that would cover basically the whole town. Oh, that would be good. All right. Okay, then if you want to buy your tools, you need to come to this little shelter here in the middle of town. I know it's strange, but that's how it works here in our village. That's the central tool offloading place. I think one is actually enough. We don't need to have like both directions. So I guess let's keep it at that and let's try it out. So we'll have firstly a new line, which will go from here to there, and that's like the Vellberg tool distribution. Now, are they actually called tools, or do they have like a more fancy name? Nope, they're just tools. The tool distribution line. All right, and then we have another line, which will be the one where we actually pick up the tools from the factory and we'll bring him here to the harbor. So this will be the, well, what's the town name? We probably start them with the town names usually. Noise, right? Noise tool factory shipment. That's fine. Right, this one is gonna be the noise locks and plank harbor. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put some stuff here on these transport lines. So firstly, actually with regard to our line up here for those, we have quite a lot of stuff waiting here. In fact, more than we can fit into our harbor. So definitely there's enough need to put more ships, maybe even on that, I feel like. And also we would prefer to have more ships in general, I guess. Right now we're earning a little bit less money, so let me just fast forward and see if we cannot quickly get enough money to buy a ship. So we still have only these ships, so 450 would be really nice. I think maybe that's a bit hoping too highly, right? I think we usually get 300 something from one shipment being delivered. So let me just borrow more money, and yes, we are very deep in the hole. So buying one Wilhelm and putting that Wilhelm on the tool factory shipment line. And for that line I also would like to shipment noise tool shipment. Yeah, here I would love to be able to full load, but that also means that we probably need to have a second area for the dock to have two ships here, because otherwise it's blocking the way. Landing for small ships, cargo, a main building, harbor capacity 200 tons, a small dock, a large dock. Oh yeah, interesting. $500,000 is crazy. 100,000? I can spare maybe 100,000 if it gives me a second way to put a ship. But how is it like supposed to be arranged? Let's try it out if it like actually can fit a second ship. Like if I put it like this, does that allow me to put a second ship here? I'm not sure about that. So this is the one here. So this one wants to also go over there. It cannot go because this is blocking it. Okay, do I need to have this harbor building? How much is it? Do I see the cost anywhere? 100,000 when I place it. This one cannot be placed there? Oh, it can. Okay. There's no landing symbol here, so maybe you have to put something there. Small landing required for them, providing capacity for 30. Yeah, you have to build a landing. Okay, that's another 50,000. Okay, that's fine. Now we have 2 landings. That should be good. And I think we need a second or third or fifth boat on this line because there's just so much to transport. So let's increase that line. That'll be the noise lock shipment one. We just have to, oh yeah, bad condition. Noise lock shipment here, and we'll just get one more ship. And what that means, like this bad condition, is, as far as I understood, is that there's a condition, and based on the condition, as far as I also understand it, it will just create more emissions, which for now is probably not a big problem, to be honest, because I don't care about emissions that much right now. I think what you can do is you can increase the maintenance here, and that will increase the running cost, but at the same time make it more expensive. So yeah, it's expensive because of the running cost, but also it decreases the emissions. But I don't care about the emissions right now. So it's just a future thing maybe to worry about. Did we actually get any of tools? No, because right now the tools are not being delivered here yet, I believe. So let me just check that. So we're producing some tools here, 18 whatever, but are they actually here on the dock already? Like, are we receiving any tools? We're not loading anything, at least. Where's that ship? The tool line. The noise tool line here. So this ship is loading nothing, and it's going kind of unnecessarily up there for now. But also, it has so far not produced any tools here in the port. That's what I'm a little bit surprised by. There should be like something being put here. When I click on this, I see what's stored here. When I click this, I don't see anything stored here yet. Maybe because also nothing was delivered here yet recently. There's stuff still lying around here, I'm not sure. Probably because nothing was delivered yet. Okay, so let us wait for a second while this ship is coming in, which hopefully should be able. I think there's a setting for that I saw. Let's see. Wasn't there like about notification? Lifetime, vehicle lifetime, check interval. Yeah, that's what you can do. You can just say don't bother me about that for now, because I will take a look at that. Like, I think like in this early period we'll probably replace the vehicles at some point anyway. So I'm not really that concerned. Like, I hope there will be like some new innovation that we get. There's a little bit of flickering here somehow. That there's going to be innovation, and that we'll get anyway some new ships or new vehicles that will replace the old ones, and we will be able to just upgrade them that way. Oh, there's a nice anchor here lying. That's nice. Yeah, definitely a lot of shipping going on in this part of the world. Yeah, we can load 35 only somehow. Not sure why that is. So it now put them somewhere. So we have here, yeah, we have something stored, and it's consuming stuff. And it should be creating tools. Huh. Okay, let me just figure that one out. The tool line. So we said it should be loading full. Let's say it should be loading full, like for a lot longer, for sure, because we wanted to not return another time. Yeah, here it's already coming up. So maybe once it's in the harbor, maybe then it will just start to create like the tools and put them on the harbor. A little bit unclear for me, like how it works. Those two are connected for sure, yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't have worked anyway. Where are you going? I thought you would be the one that is coming for picking up the tools. You gonna pick up the tools? No. Who's gonna pick up the tools then? Who's on this line? The number 8 ship. Noise Tool Factory line. Where are you? Okay, you're now coming back only. Okay, that'll be a while. Okay, we are making good money, so we'll keep an eye actually on this guy just to see what happens with him. But what I would like to do then is our second part of the session, which was to extend this railway. And yeah, now we have a little bit more money, we can afford it, and there's already like quite a lot of stuff waiting here, unlike the other factory. Somehow it kind of gets stored here. So let's get started on that. So we will make here a cargo terminus, which we will rotate around, and let's see where we want to join in. So the line is up here, we'll have some sort of bridge probably in that area. So we anyway need to be north of that road, because I was thinking whether we put it down here, which technically we can do, right? Like we can just join the bridge a bit here on this area. So an option. It's an interesting option at least. Down here by the river or up here. What's the advantage of being more up? Maybe you'd have to have another crossing, which is not necessarily desirable. Maybe it gives me more room for expansion, so that's definitely an advantage. Yeah, I feel like up here could be a bit better. Okay, then let's quickly think about that from the perspective of the street first. We will try to create a road and then put it here against the road somewhere, so it's kind of aligned somewhere here like that. And now is the moment of truth. We're building a railway line, so it has to come off from that one, so we will already kind of put a curve here in front of it. Does that ring true? Yeah, that's more or less what I expect of it. It's sticking into the ground a bit here, but that's also to be expected. We'll try to be fairly straight here. Then make our way towards the harbor down there. And we want to cross it if I can. I'm not sure. Should we want to cross it in front of the harbor here? Probably over here is somewhere nice. And we can build a nice bridge there. That's kind of the idea. So let's check it out. Okay, what's it doing here? Okay, it's elevating that area up. I think that's actually fair. Yeah. It's a bit crazy actually how the ships will be going through here. That will not be possible actually. I think in the game terms probably they might be able to go through here, but in like reality terms it's too flat. Is it possible to build it like more high? That it like looks more realistic? Is that somehow an option? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Can I drag it up somehow? Like here I can just decide what I want to do, but this is not ideal. How does the bridge here look? Okay, here they build it like super high because they want to kind of allow the shipment. I don't know if it will block. What is this upgrade button? Okay. I don't know if it will actually block anything, to be honest. I'm too inexperienced in this game. If I put the bridge there, will the ships still be able to pass? Because this is way too low for the ships to pass. I guess in game terms they might be able to, but it looks very... it will look very goofy. I mean, I could put it like all the way back here, but that's not... that's not an option. I didn't think of that. Oh, this is bad. Like, how did we manage to make it like so nicely up here? This is relatively fine at least. I think there I could expect it to go through. I guess you have to find a spot where anyway there's some elevation. Or we have to create some elevation, I guess. Okay, well, maybe this will be a little bit more expensive project then. Let's test it out. I mean, what else are we gonna do? I spent 100,000 or whatever here. So let's just test it from this elevated position here. Okay, we have a test subject here. It's still a little bit low, to be honest. But at least this is kind of like the right idea. And the other side more or less kind of okay, because it kind of like just goes down. Okay, they found a new forest, that's also nice. We'll check that out in a bit as well. Yeah, I think that's kind of the right idea, at least somewhat the right direction. It's not really looking great, but hey, this is gonna be an expensive bridge then. So be it. Okay. Okay, they have to lift up the road here on this side as well for that a bit, and the bridge is kind of descending down. Yeah. Do I like that? It's kind of okay, more or less, if I just make it a little bit different. Yeah, it's the right direction. We're going in the right direction at least. So what I want is, yeah, flatten that a bit. And flatten that a bit out. I don't want to do it quite like that. Okay, yeah, this will be an unnecessary expense, but that's why I'm playing on not super hard difficulty, because I also want to make things a little bit nicer. So, somewhat like that, but maybe we can flatten it out here as well. And also we want to raise it on the other side a bit. So let me just go into top-down mode or something, maybe. We can see where we want to land. We want to land kind of here where that bridge, where that road is. So I will for now kind of get rid of that. And we will simply find a way to rotate, not rotate, to increase the hill also on this side. Okay, and then let's see about that bridge. Okay, that's definitely very high. That is crazy high actually, because how do we get the train up here? I have to do a little bit of a long lead here, but at least the right realism for like a river that is going to be shipped on. So I'm thinking, yeah, we have to do it, so we'll go with it. And yeah, we'll have to also find a way to make that seem appropriate. So we have to go down there, so we'll have to have some sort of kind of lead here that kind of elevates it correctly. So let's see if that works out. Kind of this direction at least looks fine. Then yeah, this already is sticking into the ground way too much. So we have to go from there, maybe. Try to make a tight curve. And hopefully we'll also get money a bit. So this is still running also without actually shipping anything. So I'm a little bit concerned on that. I'll have to take a look at that in a sec as well. Actually, we can do that right now. It's running here for the second time. That means somehow we are not producing stuff here. Production 6 something here. Not really. I think I know why it's not there, because we have not made this one receiving stuff because we never put anything on that line. I think that's the problem. So let's just put like 2 wagons here on the line. I wanted to wait with them, but I think you actually need to place them. Because you need to make that basically in such a way, if there's nothing on that line, that means like this is not actually wanting to have tools. And if this doesn't want to have tools, then the ship will also not desire tools. And if the ship doesn't desire tools, then the harbor doesn't desire tools, kind of. And if the harbor here doesn't desire tools, then the factory will not put them there. So that's, I think, how the logic works, more or less. But we can see that hopefully in a second when they transfer some of the logs over there, or not logs, what they're called, planks. However they make tools with planks, I'm not sure. So let's take a look here when it now produces hopefully something. Yeah, see, now it actually put tools on this. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I missed that. I knew this concept, I just, yeah, I never played it in reality. I just kind of know it about from theory. Yeah, so let's figure this out. I can build headquarters. Oh, interesting. That I didn't know about. So let's see if I can connect these two things. I can. But why is it going like that far down? Like that's a bit too far down. Maybe we need to like do it a little bit more gradual. So like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. So then we'll clean up that mess a bit here, a little bit. So this is pretty steep for sure. And then here we'll try to flatten things out a bit. Towards that road there, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, definitely a very expensive construction project. We knew that. Okay, not too shabby. I think I will actually go with it and then just fill in the stuff afterwards. I kind of moved that. I wanted to actually confirm it. Yeah, and if I then now fill in this a bit afterwards, I think it will look quite okay. So it's a pretty big dam that was filled up here for the railway. But let's just say that's okay. Sometimes you have to do that. The only question is how we connect that road. I would have actually liked to make that road below the bridge here. I think it's a bit too late for that maybe. Not sure. Can I get that a little bit, not like that. I don't want to create water here. Can I allow there a road to be passing through? Huh. I think it's too tight, right? Let's try it. If I wanted to come through from this side, for example, down here, would that be allowed? Seems like theoretically yes. It's just the cost that's not in my budget, but otherwise theoretically yes. Does it look good? I guess in theory it would make sense. I think it looks a little bit asymmetrical. That's maybe my only concern. I will not do that. That doesn't sound like it. No. We'll go up here. So there will be a new crossing all the way up here. And you can remove this. And then you can like nicely wind your way up there if you would be so nice to do that. Why is this path so much different? Oh, there's different sizes. and I picked the wrong ones. I see. So we'll try to make our way across here in a nice way. Maybe we don't need to go as far as that, just maybe get over. Yeah, something like that. And then from there we can try to go a bit straight maybe. Okay, not that far then. Maybe we'll just try to follow along the railroad for a little bit here. Then we connect them up here. A little bit of a curve. Yeah, I mean that looks okay enough. Maybe this is a bit unnecessary big here actually. We can, these are bigger ones somehow. These are too big. Yeah, I'm not sure which is the right size, but this was not it. So like that. Alright. Now we are in a better state. I think that looks a bit more realistic at least. And this looks also like a bridge that should be possible to work with. So after all of this expenditure we didn't really get much done yet, but we will go there in a second. So firstly, what do we need for signaling? Definitely we do need signals, so I think that you need basically signals when you enter a shared track. So in this case we'll just have 2 signals here. That'll be necessary. Yeah, it's a bit elevated, but I like it, it's fine. So this part is the shared track, and then you have kind of the connection all the way here, and we need to have like the other station, which is going to be the goods station. So cargo terminus, and the question is where we want to place it. Apparently you need stuff mostly over here. I think we discussed that. I was thinking to place it kind of here. That would really make it quite nice. I think you can make it a bit shorter, like here, like that. Yeah, for sure. That covers everything, and we have like a little bit room to expand here to the right. So this seems quite good. So let's go here. And we also don't need to deconstruct that street. Which is nice. So we can just come out here, and then we're going over there, crossing over this little field path if we are allowed to do that somehow. To take a look where it is allowed. Like right here it's maybe not advantageous. So let's try to get over it maybe here. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. And then let's delete one section and join this 2 up. And that looks reasonable. So now you can work with that. So now we just need to have again here 2 signals for kind of entering the shared path. They need signals. And because that track is super long, we probably want to have at least probably 2 passings, 2 opportunities to pass each other in the middle, otherwise we're gonna go crazy. But for now, let's maybe quickly launch that train. So anyway, we have to firstly define a line, and that line will be from all the way over here to here. That will be our cargo line, and that will be the Brötli cargo line. because it delivers small breads, Brötli. And yeah, we have to define a train for that. So the question is, how much do we need to have that train? So what's the output here on this? Currently output is 100, so we can maximum transport 100. I don't know in what time period 100 is though. But there's a lot of it stored here. Ah no, that's grain that's stored here. So I think we can raise the production if we also ship it and transport it. I don't know what the difference between shipment and transport. Then I think we will be able to manage quite a good amount. So we'll just maybe try to get it launched. We can always extend it on the fly pretty quickly. So right now we need boxcars. So we'll add boxcars. Oh, I bought the train. I forgot to add the wagon. Okay. At least add a few boxcars here. So we cannot afford that many. 20. Probably we want to have I would guess 40 would be like my goal. So 1.5 million. Can we borrow that much again? The interest rate payments are crazy if you're buying that much stuff. So what can you do? Yeah, modify it for that. Okay. So is it still here with 10 wagons? So then you put that please on the Brötli cargo line. And we want to obviously here full load. And we're allowing you a little bit longer stop time. Right now it cannot leave because the other line is blocking here. So let's also now use that extra money that we borrowed to make those passings so that we can actually pass each other. And I think here's a fairly good stretch for that. So we'll just come out here in a nice way with pretty decent high speed. Maybe let's aim for future speed of 100. Yeah. And then we follow along the railway track here in parallel for a long while. And then here during this curve eventually we'll merge into it again. Let's try to aim also for high speed, but I guess here anyway it's not so possible. So this should be kind of it. And yeah, we put some signals down. So do we want to have left-hand, right-hand traffic? What is our preference? Not sure. Doesn't really matter to me. Let's do right-hand traffic. So just basically we could put some signals in the middle. I mean, they cost a bit of maintenance and stuff, so maybe it's not necessary for now, but we have kind of this way. So now that train maybe should be getting out. Unable to find a path to the stop because it's kind of like in this stupid move here. Yeah, I see. Okay, this is kind of a one-time problem, I guess, for now. I kind of knew that could happen. So how do we want to resolve it? Like, I could temporarily put this as a stop. That would be fine. I don't want to build a second cargo terminal. I also don't really want to do something too crazy. So I think for just resolving it for now, I will just take the express line and we'll tell it to also have a stop here. Actually, that's kind of not the right one. The Brötli line. I'll tell the Brötli line to be going here. Yeah. And that should be allowing this train to go, right? Not sure. So Brötli line, it's supposed to go. Well, this one is, I guess. Okay, so can I say you go here first? No, it wants me. Can I change the order? No. Click on stations to add. Yeah, I know. Add station. this one. Okay, can I then delete the other one and then maybe add it here like this? Let's add it to the end. Alright, whatever. Could not connect our stations. Yeah, I know, but that's fine. Maybe you could just go out anyway, and then we can figure it out afterwards. Okay, let's just assume you go like the same as the car, the other line. Can you then go out? Is that possible? Okay, I could send it like firstly on the car on this line. Can't I? Car's passenger sub cannot be used by cargo vehicles. Okay, I see what the problem is. I guess we have to solve this problem in a nicer way. Okay, then let's quickly fix this up. So, yeah, this one you don't go to. This one is correct. Then afterwards you go to this. This is fine. Here you do a full load if available. Ah, now the train came out somehow. Or it wanted to come out. But then it decided it cannot go into that station. Okay, understood. Understood. Like, that will be pretty crazy, but I will probably just do it like this. I mean, sometimes you have this unnecessary to be able to move stuff in. So that'll be kind of the way to go. And that indeed gives us the way to make that happen. So we'll put signals on these. And I suppose there could be a signal on this one. That probably is enough, yeah. Okay, so then we're almost done with the episode, unfortunately, but we will not miss the chance to join here on the little railway line adventure. I know it's the same, more or less, track that we already know, but here we can see the village. We can see our cargo train going here. Alright, let's get rolling. Eat her up. Let's see if we can manage. Yeah, we should be able to get to the siding before the passenger train comes. Maybe the passenger train is already waiting at the siding. We're giving them literally the go here from the, I don't know what it's called in English, the person who manages the signals. And yes, we're steaming along here. Beautiful, beautiful landscape here. A few birds in the sky I see sometimes. And we're heading towards the passing. Everything back is still attached. Very good. You can also maybe just go to the back quickly, see how things look from there. Very cool. Let's not miss the action up front. There's the passenger train, it's already coming along. Oh, we're passing each other at a great moment, so none of us has to slow down. Hey colleague, you're seeing a little bit of competition here on this track. Yeah, we're going by the mine again. And we are on the way towards the bridge. I hope my signaling is halfway correct. I just did it what I thought was correct. Didn't think too much about it. I haven't played with signals much in this game. There's also a hill from that mine. Artificial one. Maybe we use some of the debris from that mine to fill the hills for the new bridge. And yeah, we're making our way forward. Of course, you can fast forward a bit or increase the speed if you don't want to enjoy this with me. We see any boats here? No. Maybe there in the distance I can see some. That's it. On this arm, on this little lake here, inland lake, I think we don't have any shipping. And we're going up this curve. Right now, wagons are empty and it's more or less fine. But we're still slowing down quite a lot. Definitely more than the passenger train. I think the passenger train makes it up here much easier. There's the two twin hills. And we can see the signals that indicate that there's the branch and we're going right instead of to the passenger transport, which we can already see in the distance. And there's a few people waiting. I can see them. Oh yeah, the this railway is quite busy. You're not missing your train. This is not your train. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh my god. Alright. Now we're heading down here. I can see already the ships on that arm of the river. And back there we can see the harbor buildings and of course this marvel of engineering that we built. And it actually looks quite natural how we're going up here. It's not as crazy as I feared. And it seems like we're not even slowing down, so we made the gradient quite nicely here for it. Let's look down here on the harbor ships. None are passing below us right now, but there's one in the distance. And yes, here we are going down. And here definitely it looks a little bit more artificial. Oh my god, there's a bear also. Are you kidding me? Go! Oh my god. They're not used yet to these trains. Yeah, this looks pretty crazy to be honest. Like this is maybe too crazy. There's also a little bit of a bump here in the road. Maybe we should take another look at that. That seems a little bit too artificial. But otherwise I like it. And now we're heading here already to the factory. And do we already have some stuff here? We do. Great. So there's already some pallets here of what? Tomatoes and cucumbers? I thought we were making bread. But okay, let's put it in. Somehow, yeah, not sure what that means that we have some capacity for plastic here. Why should we load plastic? Let's just quickly review that little thing here, that little bump, because that looks a little bit too bad, to be honest. So I kind of want to improve that just a tiny bit before the train departs. So let's lift that up a bit and like equal that out and then reconnect it. It's basically still the same nonsense. We might have to remove that part as well, and then do a little bit of some elevation change here along that to bump the track up. Let's see if it works now a bit better. So that does look much more clean, I think. Yeah, definitely. This little hill here is unavoidable, I guess. We don't want to dig down too deep here on this, but let's say that's unavoidable. So how we managed? 17 out of 20. Okay, it redistributed from some amount here, I think. Okay. Okay, I think this is fine. I think this is more or less in line of what we wanted. So I think I'm pretty happy with that, and we'll end the episode here. Thanks a lot for watching and joining me here in this, and take care. See you next time.